Hello and welcome to Evolve Magazine Podcast. I'm your host, Cristina Carpio. Here we share stories, resources, and tools to inspire, educate, and empower you to help you live your best life. Today we're celebrating one of Canada's most iconic television shows, CBC's Dragon's Den, which is marking its 20th anniversary. For 2 decades, Dragon's Den has not only entertained audiences, but also transformed the entrepreneurial landscape in Canada. The show has helped launch hundreds of businesses, invested millions of dollars into Canadian ideas, and inspired countless entrepreneurs to dream big. We had the honor of sitting down with 3 of the dragons themselves, Wes Hall, Manjit Minhas, and Michele Romanow. In our conversation, they shared their journeys on the show, offered valuable insights and tips for entrepreneurs, and even gave us a glimpse into their lives outside of business and the den. You'll hear stories and details you may not have known before. And whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner, this episode is packed with wisdom, inspiration, and a few fun surprises. So let's dive in. First of all, congratulations on the 20 years of CBC Dragon's Den. How do you feel right now? 20 years is a long time.
It is a long time. It's mind-blowing. Yeah. It's been 11 years for me, 20 years for the show. It just goes to show Canadians have lots of great ideas. Yeah. And they keep inventing, thank goodness. And we keep entertaining, but also helping Canadians find the courage to make their dreams a reality.
And Manjit, let's go back a little bit from the beginning of your journey. You started your company at 19 years old with your brother.
Yes.
He had $10,000.
I did.
Start. Yes. Oh, you did.
He's not a saver.
So he sold a car to start the company?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about that.
Car. Yeah, I was finished my first year of engineering, born and raised in Calgary, still live there. And we had an idea. My parents used to own liquor stores, and we had an idea for private label spirits. And that's where we started. Every business and every idea starts with one thing, and then it slowly builds. Mm-hmm. And 26 years later, we're the 9th largest brewery in North America. We're still privately owned. It's all owned by me and my brother. And there's been a lot of successes, but definitely some failures along the way too, which adds to the fun, to the story, to the challenge, but also I think to the opportunity.
And speaking of failures, what are some of the most memorable, failures that you've had that made you to what you are today as an entrepreneur?
Well, for us, all the failures have to do with not only launching products, but also territories. But it's mainly because we produce beers, spirits, wines, everything in the alcohol sector, seltzers. And so it really is about putting different products out into the market and seeing what the consumer wants, what they don't want, what price point, what trends, what fads, what market, what price, like you name it. And so a lot of those sometimes it's not the right timing. Sometimes a product only has a certain shelf life, as in a year or two. And so, if there's multiple facets to anything that is successful and vice versa.
It's amazing. And Manjit, you're known in the show as one of the fiery ones, right? When you're talkers, as Trent said. Exactly. When you talk about, scalability, valuations, all these things, like you're straightforward. Has that been your approach from day one since you joined the show?
Yeah. So listen, that's how I am in real life. I don't love sugarcoating things, and I hate when people do that the same to me. I think sometimes as Canadians, we're really good at that, but we don't say what we mean or mean what we say. And so I think that it's important as an investor to give your opinion. That's why they are spending 45 minutes with us in the den upstairs to say, listen, this is my idea. Help me or poke holes through it as to how can I be better. And so it's always constructive feedback from a third person who's I've seen and done a lot, not all, but I definitely seen and done a fair bit, as we all have in the den. And so I think that I don't believe in service that services anybody. And I hate when family and friends kind of fake prop inside. They say something, they feel something, but they say something else. And I think that's a false hope. And I don't think it's really helpful or fair. Yeah. So I truly believe in, if you have something to say, based in fact and opinion, sometimes that always doesn't get edited in, like the full context of the comment. But yeah, I think everybody needs to hear the truth. And, especially when they're coming in, for our money. If you weren't coming in for our money, totally different.
Absolutely. It makes sense. And how do you react to, not everyone will like your opinion, obviously, right? Even in social media.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
How do you react to the negative feedback?
I think, listen, you can't be everything to everyone. And also, I don't really care. I am true to myself, my own values, and I'm authentic to who I am. I'm not trying to be somebody else. And I think that, as soon as we all give up what everybody's opinions of us are, unless those opinions are paying your bill, who cares?
And Manjit, 11 years is a long time. What would you say is the most memorable time while you're on the show?
Oh, well, I think anybody would tell you it's the first season, right? Because it's all new. Your mind is being blown every hour as a new pitch is coming in. But the whole TV world with cameras and lights and producers, like the whole thing is just an surreal moment, because I too watched the show for 9 seasons before, and I knew many of the dragons personally, before I was sitting in one of those chairs. So, absolutely, for everybody. And for me, for sure, the first season, that you're on the show is mind blowing.
And I also asked Wes, earlier, about social impact. When you're funding something, where you're evaluating a business, what does social impact mean to you when you're evaluating a business?
Well, when it's a social enterprise, I always look at the enterprise first and the social piece after, because without an enterprise, there is no business. You can't help someone if you yourself aren't making any money. And so it has to be a great business plan first before it actually can help anybody else, including, never mind, a philanthropic piece, but even your own employees, even your own community, like all of those things. It has to have a solid business first and a profitable business. And so for me, that is always the first piece. And then, I think it's wonderful if people can help, where they're passionate about. Because, being a Canadian does mean that. It means that we're all from somewhere else. My parents are immigrants to this country. And I think that if we don't help each other out, this is not Canada then.
So true. Lastly, what does legacy mean to you?
Nothing. I am not one who believes in leaving a legacy. I am one who believes in living in the moment and doing good and doing, everything I can to help those around me today. When I'm gone, I'm gone. And so hopefully I've left something that people can be inspired by or helped out by. But I do not think about what will be left when I'm gone.
So let's talk about that. 20 years later, what do you think? What do you want people saying about you?
Oh, lots of things, all the things.
Yeah.
That like we kind of started in that she was a straight talker, that she told the truth, that she wore her heart on her sleeve, good and bad. And so she helped some people along the way. She helped solve some problems. She had great fashion.
Yes.
But I think in the end, I don't know. I honestly don't spend any time, really looking backwards either. I'm all about looking forwards because, as my friend Jelly Roll says, the rear view is smaller than the windshield because you're going that way, not that way.
And I feel like you're just so focused on, being your authentic self. You're not really caring about what other people think, and you're just true to who you are, which is great.
Thank you.
Can we do a quick rapid fire?
Sure.
With you, that'll be amazing. I did this with Wes. It was so fun. If your 20-year journey were a movie, what would it be?
Oh my God.
And here
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
What would it be
I don't
about?
know.
Would it be about business? Would it be about your?
It would be about business. I think that's what most people know. Once my books come out, whenever they do, no time soon, then maybe it would be different. I don't know though.
And which celebrity would play you if there was a movie about you?
Oh my gosh. There's so many lovely celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wes said someone young. So he wanted someone to play him who's young. So he picked Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, well, of course he would. All the muscles and oh my, I'm blanking now.
That's okay. That's okay. We can go back
to that wonderful actress from Bridgerton. She's wonderful. Oh my God. And she's a model. She's fabulous. I don't know.
3 things that you want people to say about you in 20 years. 3 things.
Oh my God. She was honest. She was fun. And, she solved some of the world's problems.
And 3 top albums on your playlist. Spotify.
So I am not one that listens to music.
Really?
Or I listen, my kids hate this, or I listen to talk radio.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know what? I am not one that listens.
So you don't have a playlist?
I don't actually.
Oh my God.
My kids' playlists are on my phone and I have no idea.
I feel like I found my twin because I don't have a playlist either.
Oh, yeah,
and my daughter's like, she's 20. And like, why do you have a playlist? I'm like, I don't know. I just listen to whatever. So
Yeah, I listen to talk radio or I listen to podcasts or I'm on the phone all the time in the car.
too busy. Okay. So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, somebody who doesn't know math. Oh my God.
As a business owner, you need to know a little bit of math, I guess, right? And unforgettable memory in the show, just your top one.
Oh God.
So many.
That's like picking your favorite child. Like there's, I would say it was the first day, like the first day, the first pitch, which, actually was a deal of mine and, split tree cocktails, amazing. Like every part of it, pretty fantastic.
And how are you celebrating 20 years?
Oh, well, we're celebrating it as a team because it's a group effort to make a show. It is not just any one of us. And so we are celebrating it, not only starting today, but throughout the year in lots of different fun ways. But really to take it in, I'm not very good at, I think any of us aren't. Entrepreneurs are good at sitting back and being like, oh my God, I did that. So we're all doing that together.
Amazing. And your most annoying habit that people don't like about, that you do? Do you have an annoying habit?
I'm sure I do. Ask my husband. He'll tell you lots, probably.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been so fun.
Thank you.
Mr. Wes Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for talking to us today.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on the 20 years of Dragon's Den.
20 years. I don't even look 20.
You don't look, you don't look 20 at all.
15.
Let's start from the very beginning, Wes. You know, you came to Canada as an immigrant, as a teenager from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the challenges as a teenager coming to Canada. How did you overcome these challenges?
So I came September 27th, 1985. It was a Friday. And I went to school, Lester B. Pearson High School in Malvern on Monday. I met with the guidance counselor. You know, they pick your courses for you. And then the teacher, she said, hey, what's your interest? Right? And I'm sitting there and I go, why, I don't know. Just give me something easy. Speaking Jamaican, right? And next thing you know, she picked all my courses and she put me in the ESL program. Oh. I was in the English as a second language program. Okay. And then the basic, because remember I told her, just give me something easy. She gave me basics. And then all of a sudden my dad goes, like, what's going on with this stuff? And realized that they put me in the ESL program. The basic curriculum, and he went in, changed all that. And, but at the end of the day, this was Scarborough, right? Bay Street and Scarborough are almost two different countries, right? So when I came down to Bay Street for the first time, when I graduated high school, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is the life I want.
Wow.
And who would have thought that I would become the king of Bay Street?
King of Bay Street, that is you. That's absolutely right. So from Jamaica to King of Bay Street, now CBC Dragons. You're one of the Dragons. So you joined in 2021. So you're kind of a newbie in the group. What brought you to that journey?
Well, you got to think about 2020 when, George Floyd got murdered. And then people start to look at the fact that there's not a lot of Black representation in a lot of places. And it also gave the impression that Black successful people didn't exist. But I've been on Bay Street for 30 years. I've been successful for a long time. And, I'd also been a fan of Dragon's Den. So I watched the show, but it never dawned on me that I've never seen a Black dragon on the show.
Right.
But I enjoyed first Black dragon on the show. So when they reached out to me and said, hey, you want to be on television? I thought it was a hoax. I thought someone was trying to pull my leg. So I said, you know what? Sure. Yeah. Why not? If it's a joke, let's play the joke out.
Yeah.
And then they had me interview. They had me do auditions. Next thing you know, they go, Wes, we want you to be our dragon. And I go, done.
Amazing.
And I've been there since.
Amazing. Yeah. And being the first ever Black dragon on this show, how do you change, different perspective do you bring compared to the other ones on the panel?
Well, especially when we see underserved entrepreneurs, right? When I wanted to start my business, Kingsdale Advisors on Bay Street, I couldn't get $1 from anyone. I went to all the banks. I had to mortgage my house. And it's not like it was a bad idea. It was like they looked at me as an entrepreneur and didn't think that I could pull it off. I'm going to set up an advisor firm on Bay Street. And the question is, were there any black people doing it before? No. And at the time, I was advising corporate Canada, their boardrooms on dealing with activism. The other question is, did activism exist? No. Right? So I was bringing in something brand new to an industry with people that didn't look like me. So there was a lot of skepticism around it. Now, for me, I don't look at the person, right? I look at the attitude and all that kind of stuff that the person has, but I don't care what color you are. I don't care what accent you have. I don't care where you come from. Is that a good idea? And can I work with you to make that idea even a better idea? Mm-hmm. And so when I see these entrepreneurs that are uncertain and they come on the show and you can tell that they heard a lot of no's in their lives and they want someone to believe in them, I'm hoping that I'm that friendly face that they look at and go, I think he's going to give me a shot.
Yeah, that's
and I've
the
done
guy.
that so far. Yeah, that's the guy.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Now, I know you're involved with a lot of, foundations and great causes. I met you at UWI, the Onyx Initiative, all great organizations supporting, young women and men, facing financial barriers when it comes to education. What does social impact mean to you when you're evaluating businesses that you're going to fund?
Well, you can make money or make a difference, or you can do both. If you can make money and make a difference, that's the place I want to be, right? That's the lane I want to play in. A lot of people made a lot of money and they wait until they're in their 90s to start to be philanthropic. Why would you wait until you're almost done before you start seeing the good that you're going to do? So to me, as soon as I got to a point in my career whereby I feel it's time now to make a difference, right? And that was in my 30s. I started to do that. And I can see all the amazing things that we're doing and the financial support that I'm putting behind these causes. I can see the impact that they're having right now when I'm young and I can smell my flowers. And that's the beauty of it all.
It makes it more worthwhile.
It sure is. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what would you say, what do you want people to say about you 20 years from now?
I want them to speak about me like I'm still around, even if I'm not around. You know what I mean? It's like, speak to me in the present. He did, this is what Wes did for me. And, because of him, this is how my life changed. This is how my kids' lives changed. And I want their grandkids to be talking about some of the impact, not necessarily me, but as a result of things that I've done and encourage other people to do, they're benefiting from it. So I always say to people, especially people in their 50s, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for your grandkids, not even for your kids, because we got to think generationally. If we're not going to think generationally, when we're not seeing results in our lifetime, we're going to give up. Yet it's just on the cusp of our kids and our grandkids seeing it. So I want to do it for them, just like my grandmother did it for me, right? She didn't do it for her kids. She did it for me.
It's incredible. Thank you so much for your time. Before we wrap up, I just want to play a little bit of rapid fire with you. If that's okay. I'm going to pull up the camera parts here, Wes. Okay. Are you ready? What would sum you up in an emoji? What would be the emoji that will describe you?
It was a big smile like that.
Awesome.
Life is great.
Biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve is people just not giving an opportunity to people who deserve it.
If you could go back 20 years, what advice would you give yourself?
Just play the long game.
Unforgettable memory on the show so far.
Just the amazing entrepreneurs that show up with their great ideas.
How are you celebrating the 20 years of Dragon's Den?
I'm celebrating it by just looking at how Canada has changed as a result of Dragon's Den and how different it would be if Dragon's Den wasn't around.
If your 20-year journey were a movie, what would it be?
If I was
Your 20-year journey were a movie. What kind of movie would it be?
It would be that Will Smith movie. What's it called again? The one with Will Smith whereby, he was, he had nothing.
Yeah.
And he had, and he had his son and he had to sleep in the bathroom and all that. If you read the Wes Hall story, the name would be just like my book, No Bootstrap When You're Barefoot, just showing people what's possible when you have absolutely nothing.
I love that. I love that movie. And who would play you? Will Smith?
No, Will Smith's too old, man. You gotta get a young whippersnapper, How about, I would say, who would pay me? Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I
Michael
love
B.
that.
Jordan playing
Okay.
Wes Hall.
That's going to
It's
get
got
a
body. It's got the looks. It's got everything.
So you.
It's got the same Wes Hall package.
I love that. And 3 top albums on your playlist.
Well, my 2 favorite artists, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And there are a beef right now, which is like breaking my heart, right? Because I go between the 2 of them, and anything by those 2 guys, kill it.
Love it. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on 20 years of CBC Dragons Den. You started in season 10, correct?
Yeah.
What kind of brought you on to join the show?
Well, Dragon's Den is a unique story for me because I actually started watching Dragon's Den in high school, was inspired to build an entrepreneur. Finally came full circle when I was invited to join the show as a dragon when I was 28 years old, and I've now been on for 10 seasons. I have dozens of Dragon's Den companies I've invested in. I love everything about the show and everything about supporting founders.
And you're actually the youngest dragon to join the show, correct? At 28.
Yeah,
So
in all the countries.
in all the countries.
Yeah.
That's so impressive. And actually, before 35, you've already founded 6 companies. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what was the turning point in your life that brought you to this path? Like, was there a turning point that made you like the entrepreneur you are today?
No, I mean, it was years of getting punched in the face, failing, things not working, trying again. I mean, this is a very hard career. And if you're ready to tough it out, you can get some incredible outcomes at the end, but it's not easy.
And you're known as the tech investor of the group. Is there a pressure for you when you're being pitched by a digital or e-commerce business? Is there a pressure for you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, look, one of the things is we actually learn a lot from each other on this panel. I don't know as much about food and consumer businesses. I certainly don't know how to run 25 breweries. And so every time we actually learn a little bit from other panelists on the show. And so, when it's your turn to lead, it's your turn to lead. And your business is constantly always evolving as well. The way you built an e-commerce business 10 years ago with Facebook ads is very different than the way you need to build a business today on TikTok. So understanding all of those transitions, educating the other panelists, the audience, the founders, and getting to the end of the answer is really important.
And speaking of leaning in, what makes you lean in when you're listening to a pitch?
Oh, someone who's compelling. They know their numbers. It's an exciting product. It's an exciting market. That all makes it amazing.
Okay. And your company, ClearCo, that you co-founded, it's revenue sharing based digital.
Yeah. So what we do is if you're an e-commerce company and looking for capital to grow, we'll give you anywhere from $10,000 up to a couple $1 million to grow your business without taking a piece of equity in your business. And it's far friendlier than most traditional debt structures.
And you were also featured on Forbes Women on a Mission list.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Millennials on a mission. Millennials on a mission list. What do you think your approach, how different it is to have this approach of the millennial entrepreneur in you compared to other generations, earlier generations?
I think every generation has their moments to play. And I think there was lots of things in shaping our generation. We were the first generation that grew up. I didn't even have a cell phone until I was 22.
Wow.
And that shaped my ability to focus and learn and to build something better. And so every generation will share their unique gift.
You were talking about failures earlier. What was your biggest no? And that you turned it into something amazing.
Oh my God.
Probably a lot.
The whole thing. I mean, our ClearCo Series A investor said definitively no to us and then came back and led the round. There's so many examples of times that I've been said no to keep going, and then magic happens.
And any tips for future entrepreneurs who are hoping to get on the show? What are some of the qualities that you're looking for right off the bat?
A lot of resilience. Really practice and know your numbers. Come up with something entertaining and compelling because this is your shot to pitch Canada.
And what's next for you? Is this a long term, with the
I love Dragon's Den. I will continue to have this as a part of my life. I'm running my own family office and venture firm called Athena Ventures right now and finding all sorts of cool entrepreneurs to back and invest in.
Well, you built such a great career. What does legacy mean to you?
Taking every piece of pain and every failure you had and the ability to get back and to share that with someone who's just as excited and as motivated as you were at that age.
Thank you. Before we end, can we do quick rapid fire questions with you?
Yes, yeah.
All right, Michelle, let's get going. So coffee or tea?
Oh, tea always, and just herbal tea.
Just herbal tea.
Yeah.
And your go-to workout when you're feeling anxious or stressed?
Oh, as heavy as I can lift with as deep bass music as can be.
I love that. And first app you check in the morning?
First app you check in the morning? Oh, I just check my notifications, make sure nothing is blown up. It's probably WhatsApp or messages. And then I try and move on with my day.
One word that describes you as an entrepreneur?
Oh, resilient as fuck.
Resilient. Oh, love it. Biggest pet peeve in a pitch?
Just like, there's a very fine line between confidence and cockiness. And it's got to be this give and take where we want to work together versus you're the know-it-all.
Love that. And the last show that you binge watched?
Oh, I haven't binged a show in a while.
It's hard to watch shows when you're building a business,
Yeah.
right?
I binge watch Dragons and I actually do watch my own show.
Okay.
There was that show with the British people. What was it, The Gentleman or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Gentleman. That was a good binge watch.
You're telling me you haven't watched White Lotus?
Oh, I did watch White Lotus. As soon as my daughter was born and I was breastfeeding in the middle of the night, I did watch White Lotus and I almost like felt bad. I was like, this is such adult content and I'm doing such a wonderful, wholesome thing. I was like, these people are being really mean to each other. I was like, maybe this is going into self-conscious, but extremely entertaining.
Okay. And was that season 3?
Season 3.
Okay. It's pretty intense.
It's pretty intense.
And if you weren't an entrepreneur, what would you be doing?
I'd be a journalist. I think that getting to the bottom of the story and the real story is some of the most important work that we can do. I think we're told a version of events that isn't always reality, and people that ask questions and try and get to the bottom of things is one of the most important things we can do. And so I think I'd have fun. I think I'd be really good at it.
I love it. Best advice you've ever received?
Never be comfortable. As soon as you're comfortable, you stop growing. I mean, it doesn't feel nice to be uncomfortable, but it's actually pushing you out of that comfort zone that allows you to get things done.
You travel a lot. Favorite city to work
from. Okay, I honestly, maybe cliche, I love working from New York City and I love working from San Francisco. The energy in those cities to get things done is like nothing other. You could be introduced to a billionaire in each of those cities and someone will meet you for coffee in 3 hours from now because everyone is working. Everyone wants to meet great people. Yeah. There is an energy to stay alive.
That's amazing. And a book that every entrepreneur should read.
Influence by Robert Cialdini, my absolute favorite. It's the basics of what it takes, the psychology of persuasion. And you go back, read the book every couple of years. Never Split the Difference is another really good book. But there's a lot of very good business books. Those are 2 really great ones.
And lastly, what is the emoji you would use to describe you?
Oh.
Thumbs up, smile. Dancing. That's a hard one, isn't it?
I think, okay, I'll do 2. I'll do the heart one, which I really love because I do really try and like give as much as I receive or give more than I receive. And then I think also like the skeptical one, because it also is really important to ask good questions, always be curious, always think, things might not always be as they appear.
That's kind of your emoji when you're on the show, right? When someone's pitching.
Yeah.
Like, what did it
That's my favorite, one of my favorites, the emoji.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Really lovely.
Luxury innovation and German engineering, Liebherr sets the standard for premium refrigeration. Designed for performance and precision, Liebherr appliances offer advanced cooling technology, sleek designs, and unmatched reliability. Whether it's for a wine storage solution, column-style cooling, built-in, freestanding, or under-counter, Liebherr delivers the ultimate freshness experience for your kitchen. Discover the excellence of Liebherr refrigeration today. Visit ela.ca to learn more. Evolve Media offers premium video production services specializing in creating high-impact content for brands, events, and commercials. From concept to execution, we craft engaging visual narratives that resonate with your target audience. We have teams in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, and Calgary. And in today's digital-first world, video content is more important than ever. It's the most effective way to capture attention, build brand loyalty, and drive conversions. You can email us at info@evolvemagazine.ca to get a custom quote. Thank you so much for watching and listening in. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to share with you our next guest. But for now, I hope you can follow and subscribe. Thanks for your support.